Welcome to another episode of Non-Toxic Conversations. I'm Sam, your host, and I'm here with Nikki, our co-host. Today, we're going to talk about liver detoxification. We're going to touch on some just educational things about toxins. We're going to talk about what it may feel like if you're experiencing too many toxins built up in your body. We're going to talk about the top 10 benefits of doing a liver detox. And then we'll give you a little more details about what you can do at home to protect yourself from these toxins. So, Nikki, let's start off with why would somebody want to detox?
Yes. So I think that there's a common misconception about detoxing. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, why would I need to detox? That's the reason that I have a liver. Like it's, doing it for me naturally. But there's just so much environmental toxins. There's just so much going on in our toxic world that it's now sort of become necessary to do, even a quarterly detox to maintain optimal health. So,
I absolutely agree. I agree. I mean, I've been doing this for years and years, and that's kind of the same argument that happens over and over again. They're like, well, don't we detox naturally? Yeah, of course we do. But we were never made to keep up with the toxic burden of today. So really, I wanted to talk also about what would it feel like if your body is overloaded by toxins? Because the truth is everybody has this kind of threshold of how many toxins your body can actually handle. And it's very different per person. What I can handle may be different than what you can handle. So then what tips me over the edge, it could be different for you. But the symptoms can show up, of course, differently for everybody as well. But I think some of the common symptoms would be things like stubborn weight gain, like maybe you're in the gym, maybe you're eating organic and you're doing a lot of things right, but you still feel like you're gaining weight or having trouble losing the weight. What else would you like to add to that? What are some other symptoms somebody might experience with toxic overload?
Yes, 100%. And that, what you just said, just want to touch on this really quick, is that can be so frustrating because someone who has been there, I feel like I'm doing all the right things and I'm just not losing the weight, or I'm just not feeling better. I just don't have more energy, whatever it is. That can be so frustrating because you feel like you're doing all the right things. So weight gain or stubborn weight gain can definitely be one. Brain fog, headaches, not sleeping well. That's, a big one as well.
I also feel like anxiety and overwhelm, because when our body is so overloaded with toxins, it's requiring a lot of energy from your body to try to naturally push these toxins out. So then when we can actually support our detoxification methods and get some of these toxins out of the body, it actually will free up so much energy and you just feel better overall.
Yes, 100%. That's actually what I was going to say too, is fatigue during the day and just feeling burnt out. Like you said, kind of overwhelmed just because your body is doing so much work just to keep up with the toxic burden. Mm-hmm. So emptying, those toxins will definitely create a lot of energy for you to go about your day and feel like you have vitality again.
Yes, I totally agree. So then what would be, let's dive into the top 10 benefits of actually removing these toxins from your body. And really, when we say toxins, we're talking about things like glyphosate. We're talking about things like flame retardants that are on our clothing. We're talking about endocrine disruptors like synthetic fragrance, that sort of thing. So we're using toxins as a general term because it's impossible for us to list every single toxin. In the future, we may narrow in on certain toxins specifically, but today, when we say toxins, we're talking about a general term that just really is describing all of the toxins. There's thousands and thousands of man-made toxins that are having a negative impact on our health. So the top 10 benefits of getting them out of our system, I think is really interesting.
Yes. So starting off with number one, just reducing overall inflammation. I feel like inflammation is kind of a buzzword that you hear nowadays, but it really is, causing a lot of havoc, wreaking havoc on a lot of different parts of the body. So just reducing your overall inflammation is one of the just one of the benefits.
Well, and I feel like you can tell when your body is just like inflamed. Like you just don't feel like you start to feel really puffy and swollen, and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, and that's one that you can definitely see. I mean, you see the results. Like you said, you feel puffy, your face is swollen. Doing a 7-day detox, or even if you've never done one and doing a longer detox, you can definitely see, the inflammation just in your face go down. But obviously all over your body as well. Yeah, so that would be number one. And then kind of going into number two is that your body's the way that you are burning and oxidizing your fat is actually improved. So the body's ability to burn fat is improved by regulating your blood sugar. So that obviously, like you said, the stubborn weight gain, it kind of moves along that process so that you're able to oxidize the fat, burn the fat, and lose that stubborn weight.
And I think some of that too is because toxins are known to be stored in fat. Like they just love to be stored in fat. So when you're going through a program to actually dump toxins out of the body, naturally, you're going to have less fat. Like these toxins are leaving the body, the fat will be leaving the body. And then, like you said, the blood sugar begins to regulate. And I mean, that's great for your hormones, great for so many things.
Yeah, that's all interconnected with your hormones, with your adrenals. It's kind of just like it's just all interconnected in an interweb. So definitely very important. And then going into number three, it actually improves your nutrient uptake as well. And so that can be a big thing. If maybe you're taking a bunch of supplements, again, you feel like you're doing the right things, but your nutrient uptake is not good. So you're taking all these supplements just to not reap any of the benefits. And so doing the detox, and the first 2 days of the detox is going to be in a fasted state, or first almost 3 days, actually, it's almost 3 full days. You're in a fasted state. So naturally, when you fast, your body is now going to be exceptionally ready to uptake those nutrients when you are putting them in your body again.
So and quality is also key as well. Everybody's like, oh, well, aren't vitamins just expensive pee? You get that argument as well. I mean, well, they can be if you're using a very poor quality vitamins. Vitamins, it's like supplements are the wild, wild west out there. They're not regulated here in the United States. So it is very important that you are working with a practitioner like us, or with a brand that is third-party tested for purity, safety, quality, and that you know what you're doing, and that you're also getting the right type of vitamins for your body as well, I think is important. Other than that, it's like, yeah, vitamins may not work for you if you're not doing the right ones for your body or the right quality.
Yes, 100%. And I think the way that you said that, the wild, wild west for supplements, is literally what we're dealing with, because people are ordering supplements, and just if they're not third-party tested, you really don't know what you're getting. Like some people, I mean, there are some people that are not great people out there that are just wanting to profit. They don't care about health. They don't care about you. And they're just putting, whatever
baking soda in a capsule and telling you it's
anything that will pass as, oh, this could be magnesium in these capsules. You don't know. You can't, unless you have some way to test at home, like you just don't know. So you have to make sure they're third-party tested. And you have to, I think it's best to not shop for supplements where you're also shopping for your toilet paper, or things like that. Like, go to trusted brands, go to places where the quality is going to be good. Pay a little bit extra to know that you're getting that quality,
so that you also can get the benefits. Because I mean, I've also run into this with some of client labs lately, is, during the latest, pandemic, everybody was taking zinc, and that's a great thing. We want to take zinc for our immune system. It is beneficial, but for some people, they just like overdid it, and then they drove down their copper because they work against each other. And then if you're not getting enough copper, you also can have things like, gray hair and other issues that can stem from being deficient even in copper alone. So things need to be balanced. Really, balance is the key, honestly.
Right.
So anyways, we got on a tangent there, but obviously supplements is what we do at Balance Friends, so we're very passionate about it, and we could talk all day about it. But anyways, let's move on to the next benefit. Number 4.
Yes, number 4 is going to be helping you stay asleep. And obviously sleep is such a big thing. Like I know for me personally, if I don't get good sleep, I mean, I'm cranky, I'm irritable, I am just low energy. And so being able to stay asleep when you're having trouble sleeping is such a big improvement, and can make such a difference in your everyday life. So actually it's a cool fact, but in Ayurvedic medicine, your liver detoxification is happening between the hours of, or mainly happening between the hours of like 12 and 3 a.m. So if you're maybe not detoxing so well, that could be a reason that you're waking up around that time. So when you do the detox and we're ramping up, we're giving you the nutrients you need to do phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification, it can help you sleep more soundly through the night.
And that happens every single time I've done this detox boot camp. I've had improved sleep and much more energy. I wake up before my alarm goes off and I'm like, okay, I'm actually ready to start the day. And I think it's because you are getting that deep rejuvenated sleep that is so important for hormones and skin health and literally everything. We detox at night too. Like, it's so important. Sleep, I feel like, is so overlooked. But we have helped many clients sleep better. And I think it's like their life is better because of it. Because I'm the same as you. If I don't sleep, I'm mean to people. And I'm like, I don't want to be that version of me. Like, I want to feel happy. I want to be good. I want to be a good mom,
Exactly. And just like you said, like when you wake up and you're ready to take on the day, it sets the tone for your entire day too. So it's like, you're not spending 3 hours in the morning having to rely on 3 cups of coffee just to, become the nicer version of yourself, like you said.
Exactly.
So,
okay, what's number 5?
Number 5 is autophagy cleanup. So when you're fasting, something called autophagy takes place in the body, which in layman's terms basically is just your body cleaning up all the toxins that are already inside, already going on. So when you're in a fasted state, instead of your body expelling energy on digestion and other things that it would normally have to be cleaning up, it now has time to look at all the toxins that are already in your body and basically clean those up. Take the trash out.
Yeah, love that. Okay, what's number 6?
Number 6, we kind of already touched on this when we were talking about sleep, but just boosting energy. Kind of like we said, when your body doesn't have to focus all its energy on keeping up with your toxic load, it now has cleared up all that energy for you to do other things. So being able to have that energy throughout the day, just a world of difference.
Yeah, it's huge. And I've done this detox several times, and I always get surprised when I'm fasting and I'm on like day 2, no food. I'm thinking I'm about to feel terrible. Like, how can my body go without food? This is insane. And I oddly get this big boost of energy, mental clarity. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. Like, it really surprises me every time, because I'm like, how does this work? But the truth is, you don't have to know every nitty gritty detail. You just have to trust the process and let your body take over.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then it's almost like, how was I even doing this before? Like, I have all this energy. I can't believe I didn't feel like this before. And then you just want to keep going.
Like, exactly.
For the rest of your health journey. So that's what we can hope for, at least.
Yeah.
But yes, moving on to the next one, it improves cellular aging. So it helps, keep your skin having a youthful appearance, and it also just helps your longevity, like how long, you're able to be in a healthy state and not just live, but live healthily.
And feel good.
Yeah, and feel good. So that's definitely a big one. If you're whatever age you are, it's never too late to start. But if you're keeping up with it, you're doing quarterly or bi-yearly, whatever it is, detoxes, then you're going to reap the benefits when you are getting into your 50s, 60s, even 70s. Like, we work with clients of all ages. So
absolutely. What's number 8? I think we're on 8.
Yes, we are. Good count. But yeah, so balance is hormones. And that, again, we briefly touched on it before, but really, your hormones, your blood sugar, and your adrenals, like all of this is all interwoven and interconnected. But doing the detox actually helps calm the sympathetic nervous system, which in turn balances blood sugar, which in turn reduces inflammation, and it balances hormones all the while.
I think also too, so many of the hormones are processed in the liver, And it's very important to support the liver if you are on a hormone type journey. So PCOS, fertility, all of those things, you really need to support your liver as well in this process. It is very common for clients to come to us for fertility related issues. They can do this detox. They bust it out in the 7 days. They can get pregnant within the next 3 cycles. Like, it's really incredible. And that's just how powerful it is when you lower the inflammation in your body, you support your liver, and you also begin to replenish the nutrients all at the same time and balance the blood sugar.
Yes.
It's really
Absolutely. And obviously, every client is different, but I mean, like you said, like you've seen that happen, and that is just
over and over again, like with more than just one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And so just truly, truly incredible. So just want to get the message out because
Absolutely.
Number 9 is going to be, it clears your skin. Now, this one kind of has a caveat because the first few days of the detox, when you're detoxing, especially if you're not taking a binder with it, which we always recommend taking a good quality binder while doing a detox, but because you're detoxing and purging all of this stuff out of your system, it can show up on the skin, but it in turn eventually will end up clearing your skin because it's getting rid of all the toxins. So if you are at first seeing, maybe skin rashes or whatever die-off symptoms, maybe a little bit of acne, that's all normal. And it is a cause of getting rid of the detox, but it's not that it's going to make your skin worse. It's going to make it much better, actually.
Yeah. I've experienced this for myself many times. My skin is really the main way my body chooses to talk to me. Some people might get stomach ache, some people may get the weight gain. No, I just get acne. It's like my body tries to just push everything out through acne. And I'm like, cool, I'm like in my 30s and I'm getting all these zits. Okay, well, it's time to detox. I clearly can tell I'm overloaded with toxins. Acne is a way my body tells me of that. I go through detox. I feel so much better. My skin is so much more clear by the end of just those 7 days. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. And what's so great about starting on, your health journey, whether it's, I think a detox is the best way to start and jumpstart that journey, but is the more that you're doing things like this, the more you're kind of listening to your body and you pick up on those things. So you pick up on like, okay, that's the way that my body is, because, bio individuality, everyone is going to be different. And that's the way for you that you're like, okay, I know I need to go ahead and do a detox now. And it's a really cool thing because everyone's body is different. And the more that you are kind of in touch and in tune with what's going on inside your body, the more you're able to be flexible and know how to take care of yourself. And I just think that's a really cool thing.
I agree. And I do think I see that in many of our clients as well, is that is one takeaway that they experience is, well, one, I don't know that I could feel this good. And 2, then they start noticing, oh, wait, something's coming back. I don't feel as good as I should. Like, they just can listen to their body so much better because there's not as much clutter. I think it makes a difference.
Right. And it's not as much of a huge guessing game. It's just kind of like, okay, I've done this before. I know what's going on, and I'll be able to figure it out. If it's not this, then it's this. Like,
exactly.
And that's very empowering, especially when you've been going through a phase of maybe even your whole life of going through health struggles and not knowing what the heck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. And then our last one, number 10, just simple, calms digestion. It can help with digestive issues, and you're giving your digestive system a break, especially during the fasted days. But then also what you're eating is not going to be all the junk that might wreak havoc on your digestive system. So
this would help with things like gas, bloating, stomach pain, constipation, those kind of things. When you go through a functional medicine detox of this nature, the first few days, it is normal to have changes in your stool. Because if you're not taking in as much food, you'll notice some changes there. But by the end of the 7 days, things should be more regular. If they're not, next step, we're going to look at the gut and we're going to figure it out and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, top 10 benefits. That's a lot of benefits to gain in just 7 days. It's really incredible. I've experienced them for myself. Many clients all over the country have experienced these exact same benefits. So now I think we should talk a little bit more about our Liver Detox Bootcamp. This is for anybody who is interested in taking their detox journey a step further. So we'll go ahead and get into a little bit more details of what does that camp look like, what can I expect, and that kind of thing. So Nikki, go ahead and go over, how many days is it, and how can they expect to feel maybe the first couple days?
Yes, so it's going to be a 7-day detox, functional medicine detox, and the first 2, almost 3 days are going to be in a fasted state. So I say almost 3 because if you start, say you start on a Monday morning, so the last meal that you had was Sunday night, and then the next meal that you will have, you'll go fasted Monday, fasted Tuesday, and then it'll be lunch Wednesday. So it's almost 3 full days that you're fasting. And now when I say fasting, you are going to be taking a daily nutritional support powder. So that's going to have the minerals, the vitamins that you need, but your body is going to use it all up in about 90 minutes. So you're basically going to be in a fasted state this whole time, and it's going to give you those minerals that you need for phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. And then days 3 through 4, you're going to be doing essentially a vegetarian lunch and a paleo dinner. And then the breakfast is going to be the same thing that you were having in days 1 and 2, just that shake. And the first few days, like I said, you might be having some die-off symptoms. You might have brain fog, you might have headaches, you might have skin rashes, you might feel a lot more tired. Because it's a lot on your body to get rid of everything. This is all normal, and also why, again, we recommend a good quality binder, because that can really help.
Binder, I want to touch on the binder quickly. So the binder is really important. I've done this detox with and without the binder. The binder has made it so much easier. I will always have the binder from now on. But what it is you think of it like you're swallowing a sponge, and all the toxins that are being released from the actual detox, that little binder, that sponge, is there to absorb these toxins and to safely get them out of your system. Because really those negative side effects happen when those toxins are not properly being released. So also staying hydrated is really key, because you lose toxins through urine. You need to make sure that you're hydrating and dumping toxins that way as well. But really, Nikki's right. The first few days, they can feel a little challenging. I always like to say there's almost like this detox hump. You have to just get over it and trust the process. The first few days can be a challenge. Once you get through like day 4, you feel like a whole new person. It's really incredible. And then you experience all of these benefits that we were talking about, these top 10 benefits. So it's one of those things where if you're deciding, is this program right for me? You enroll in the program, and through the support videos that we provide, what's normal, what's not normal. And you still feel like something is off, that's when we're here for you. That's when you reach out, send an email and say, hey, here's what's going on. And then we talk you through that process. In this boot camp that we have put together, it's a 7-day liver detox boot camp. You also will be getting not only your physical detox products delivered to your door, but you get a digital PDF guide that will have meal recommendations. We put together some recipes for you to make it as easy as possible for you. If you like to cook, you don't have to do these recipes. Like, cook what you want. As long as it's within the guideline, great. But we wanted to make it as easy as possible. So if you're not a good cook and you're like, what should I eat? We wanted to make sure that you also had some recipes. We also will have more toxic education there for you. We will have also tips and tricks for success. We literally have done this for years, and we've tried to think of every little thing that we could within our power to help you have an easy journey forward, because this really does matter. We need to get these toxins out of your body. Do you want to add anything to that?
I just kind of going off of what you said, like there really is just so much in the digital support, and it's just, it just is going to make your transition and everything that you're going through so much easier, because it feels like you're not just doing it alone. Like you have the support you need, if you have questions, you have a whole hub of answers to those questions. And like you said, if there's something that's maybe not on there, then just reach out and we'll be there. So yeah.
I also think it's important to note that I think the word detox has become a little bit trendy. which is fun. Hey, I want to keep up with the trends. I like the name, detox, boot camps, love it. But at the same time, this is not your fad diet. This is not your little detox tea. Like, we are getting into the real deal. You are going to feel like you're detoxing. You are going to experience benefits. This is a boot camp that people come back for over and over again because it is truly transformative, and it is just 7 days. Within the boot camp, we also talk about how you can tailor this detox more for you. Should you fast? Should you not fast? Should you make it into a 14-day detox or 21-day detox? So we have all those conversations within that camp. Specifically. So if this detox boot camp sounds like something that you want to do, I'm going to put the link to purchase and learn more in the description below. Other than that, make sure you subscribe and save. Subscribe to this episode. I'm funny. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We have many more topics coming your way. We're going to have some great guest speakers coming on. So until then, happy detoxing, and we hope to see you in camp.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.